First of all, congratulations. Another big win for the Lee family here. Victoria's opponent tonight had some pretty good experience behind her. It was her second, I think, second fight in one championship. She had some decent hands. What was the game plan heading into this fight?
We kind of expected her to come out strong. She's resilient. She's tough. But we were prepared for for her striking and pretty much everything that she was going to do. Victoria is going to look for some accurate strikes, get in there, take her down, do some ground and pound, and then look for the submission. That was her game plan.
Okay, it didn't exactly end the way that most people would expected it to, like in the first round. Do you think that it turned out better this way? That she had some, more experience getting a couple of rounds in than had it ended quickly?
Yeah, I had a long talk with her, and there's a lot of performance pressure. It's hard enough to win on a big stage, coming out with a finish. But to have the pressure to finish in the first round or even faster than her sister or her brother, I think it's not fair. It's unrealistic. I think she could have finished in the first round. Victoria actually, she had some food poisoning earlier in the day. She's throwing up all day, and all the way up to when we were warming up. And it's a little bit of nerves, but I think that she did what she had to do. Going into the second round, there's no problem with that. The only thing that we focus on is finishing our opponents before the final bell.
Okay, it appeared that in the first round, Victoria was getting touched up a little from Sunisa's boxing. Is her stand-up something you'll be working on more, especially after this fight?
Yeah, she's 16 years old. We're looking to develop every part of her game. It's the first time actually where she's in a live fight where they're actually doing head contact. She was doing in the amateurs. They weren't doing as much in the head contact. And it was good for her to experience it. And I think she'll be able to look back on this fight, and we can make some adjustments for the next one.
What kind of words of wisdom do you impart on your children, like in this instance, Victoria, before a big fight like this?
Just before the fight, it's not so much about technique or anything else. It's more about just reminding them all the hard work that they've done to get to this point, and just to let my children know that I'm very, very proud of them for everything they do. And just to go out there and do their best and do what they enjoy doing, competing.
Do you think Victoria had the entire match under control? Like, was there any point in the fight where you think it was kind of slipping away from her?
No, there was no point where she was in trouble. It's part of the game. You punch, you get punched. Her timing was good. She was accurate. And she was never in trouble. She took some punches. She gave some punches. I think she actually landed more than she received. And then she had full control of the ground position. Sunisa had a nice headlock takedown, and she's strong there. We expected that. But from there, Victoria took her back and did some ground and pound. She recovered well. She did great.
Overall, were you happy with her performance? Did you see anything that was glaring, or how would you rate her performance tonight?
I think she did well. Very happy with her performance. Like I said before, her at 16 years old, her first fight is on the biggest stage in the world as a professional. She fought a girl that probably, had more fights than most girls who debut would have. She had 5 fights in, 3 fights in 1, and she did fine. She did great. She finished her opponent decisively, and she would have finished her in the first round, but that's irrelevant to me. Most importantly is that she grows and learns from this experience, and she continues to improve her game.
As a coach and as her father, do you think, or how many times do you think she should fight every year? And do you have any names that you would like for her to face next?
We don't set a number on how many times she is going to fight this year. We go back, we talk. it's kind of difficult with my family because we have four fighters in one championship. My daughter is the champion at atom weight. My son is a lightweight champion. My son-in-law is one of the top contenders in the bantamweight in that, and my daughter Victoria. So it's very difficult. We got to sit down and look at our schedules and then go from there. As far as calling out a name, she's had one fight. We don't call out names. Whoever one presents to us will be her next fight.
All right, let's touch on Christian a little bit here because he's got a very big fight coming up against Timofey Nasiukin. How are you guys preparing for that? How's Christian's conditioning so far, and what can you expect from that fight?
Christian's work ethic is second to none. He's working hard in the gym all year round. Once he signs a contract, he works extra hard. We're prepared. We train hard every day. We expect a good fight. Timofey is a strong opponent. He's fierce. He's strong. He's got good kill instinct. But my son is a champion for a reason. We expect a good fight, but also for Christian to come away with a victory. In the first or second round.
Christian has been proving a lot of doubters wrong throughout his entire career so far. He turned away pretty much every opponent that he's been in the circle with, especially Saeed Hussein Arslanaliyev in his lightweight championship debut. I mean the tournament, and then also against Yuri Lapicus in his first defense. Do you think the same thing will happen with Timofey?
Absolutely. I'm 100% confident that my son will come out victorious. And as talented as Timofey is, I do believe that my son is on a different level right now.
What do you see in Timofey? I'm pretty sure you've seen some of his fights before. What does he do good in there? What are his weaknesses? What can you see?
Timofey is strong everywhere. He's a lifelong martial artist. He's very talented. He has very explosive striking power is probably his strength. And, although he's a well-rounded player, I don't think he really has too many weaknesses. It's more that I think that Christian has more strengths. So I don't think he's a weak opponent at all. He is, at this point, he is the next number one contender.
How would you rank Timofey among all of Christian's other opponents? Do you think he's the toughest?
Well, it's hard to say. In some ways, yes. I think he has the most striking power. Daggy was also a strong striker, and Yuri too. So, they're all strong. I mean, when you get to this upper echelon of the division, everyone's talented, and we're not ones to say that our opponents are weak or this and that. I mean, they earned their way to that position. It's just that we work hard and block out the noise and just focus on making our athletes, a step above the competition.
It appears like Christian is very close to clearing out the lightweight division. I mean, among the top five, Timofey is ranked number 3, but he's already beaten 3 guys in the top 5. After he beats Timofey Nasiukin, the big fight and the big question is Eddie Alvarez. Do you fancy that fight for Christian? And how do you think that fight will possibly go if they do get in the circle?
Right. When they signed Eddie, that's a fight that Christian wanted. I think Eddie has of course, he's earned his accolades through the other organizations, but within this organization, he's still got to work his way up. He's got to probably have 1 or 2 big wins, and then that would be a fight to consider. But yes, after this fight with Timofey, if all goes well, he would have cleared out his division. Eddie still has to earn his way to there. He hasn't even cracked the top 5 at this point. Can he? Absolutely. He's talented, but it's not something that we chase. I mean, he's already got the title. He's already got the belt. We don't have to chase anyone in the division. We just prepare for whoever's next.
Okay, last question for you, Ken. Christian used to be a featherweight. Now he's He's making his way through the lightweight division. Is there any plans going after that featherweight belt again?
Not initially. I think that he has earned his way to the number one contender in the featherweight, and he still has that ranking. I think after he clears out his lightweight division, he's looking to go up and maybe go for the welterweight title. However, if the featherweight champion, really wants to fight, he's mentioned on more than one occasion he wants to fight with Christian, then, it's more than likely that Christian will have to go down to the featherweight, where he is and has earned the number one contender position, as opposed to the current champion there, who is yet to be ranked in the lightweight division.
All right. Thank you so much for your time, Ken. And congratulations again on your victory. Lee family, all the best.
Thank you.